Moved this dustpan, and I just cleaned it, so it's really not dirty right now. But normally this area in here is going to be full of dust, and so you dump that in the garbage. And then you open this little thing at the bottom, and what you'll find is that the bottom of this filter will quite often be full with a lot of dust bunnies. So you dump those into the garbage as well, and then put this thing back together. You turn Roomba over, and there'll normally be a row of dust along here, which you pick off, and then you open this green thing here, and there's two sets of brushes that you lift out. At the end of the brush, one end here, you're going to find hair typically wrapped around that green thing, and on the other end it's a little bearing that pulls off, and it's hard to do with one hand there. But when you take the bearing off, this is kind of important to do each time, because what happens is hair gets caught inside this shaft area here, and if you leave it too long, it's hard to get this bearing off. So you take the bearing off and you clean out the hair and push it back on, and then it should spin freely. You do the same with this other brush, same deal. One end is going to have hair on it. This fuzzy stuff is felt. First I thought it was hair one time. I started to pick at it and realized you're not supposed to touch it. I just washed this off, and normally this is going to be quite dusty. And same deal here, you'll take this bearing off and clean underneath it. And then a little wiping of this area here. And then you put these guys back in. This guy he only fits in one way. I can get that whole darn thing in the hole. Well, anyway, you get the idea. Both these would go in. The other thing is sometimes there'll be hair wrapped around this guy, and if so, you can pick it off. Once in a blue moon, I'll undo this screw, lift this off, and there'll be a big knot of hair underneath here, and then you put this guy back on. This wheel can also be pulled off, and sometimes there'll be hair on each end of the bearing of the shaft. Then you just snap it back in. That's how to do regular maintenance on a Roomba.